All right, folks, how you doing? Wow, what an exciting broadcast I have tonight. I'm gonna share a couple different stories with you. I can't make this stuff up. Let me let you hear this piece right here. I love this piece. Come on. Wow, what an exciting broadcast I have. We're building an audience, guys. Facebook is building an audience. I can't make this stuff up. Let me let you hear this piece right here. I love this piece. Share it with some of your friends, guys. Yes. This young brother puts it down. Yeah. Hey guys, it's just Wednesday and it's a pretty exciting week, right? Some of you saw me last night at the concert. Patti LaBelle. It was good to be out at the Kennedy Center. Been a minute since I was there. And so I didn't really get an opportunity to do a broadcast. I just did a little shout out to let you know I do have a little bit of fun in my life, right? It's not all money, 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 money. although I am blessed to be able to enjoy some of what having money and have preserved my money, I'm blessed to be able to enjoy some of the fruits of that. And it's my mission, it's my passion. This is a crusade, and I'm just simply trying to find a way to spread the good news and to share it with everyone that I know, that they too might be able to experience what they deserve. I mean, you work every day. It's an opportunity for you to change life. And I'm going to share 2 stories, maybe another one, a third one, with you that just continues to these are the kind of stories that come into my world on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, from clients or new clients. And I want you, when I share this with you, I want you guys to know and understand one thing, that I share no story about my client. While I'll never give their names, I share no story without their permission. As a matter of fact, I do have one client who we're actually doing a documentary on. Her story is remarkable. Former NFL wife, millions and millions of dollars, 11,000 square foot home, end up broke. How does that happen, right? But to have been able to help her find a road to recovery that she never thought existed. As a matter of fact, the story, I'll leave with that story. The story I'm going to share with you is about one of my clients who had this life, this fabulous life, as we all can imagine that having NFL money can bring, right? And tragedy happens. Husband ends up getting killed, and she's left with 4 children, 11,000 square foot home, a lifestyle that she'd known for previously 12, 13 years, and now she's, money, but no real understanding of what to do with it and how to make it work. And so, we connect, and after working with her for a short period of time, just about 8 months, she went into her job yesterday and basically told her employer that, she was done. She felt like she deserved better conditions. She felt like she deserved, just the conditions. The pay she was fine with, but it was the conditions that she worked under, and it was creating a lot of emotions and heartache and pain for her. And so she walked in and she let them know that she was resigning. And, we talked about it. Certainly I'll never tell you what to do as far as whether to stay on a job or leave a job or what to do. That's not the business that I'm in. But I will help you get to a position in your career or in your life where you have multiple choices. And that's probably the most important thing, is that you have choices. It's really all about choices. And so, on one hand, she was excited about that. She felt like she was stepping out on faith, and when one door closes, another opens. And so she moved forward. And that was just an awesome conversation that I helped someone after only about maybe 6 to 8 short months be in a position to where they could go in and tell their boss, take this job and shove it, and move and transition or move on to something bigger and better. The next story, so I was really excited about that I was able to help someone put themselves in that position. The next story I want to share with you is really interesting. This client is currently working, really looking to retire. She's still relatively young, in her 50s, but and makes and earns a really good salary, 6 figures. And so we were talking about some of the things around money and trying to help people understand, and some of the questions she had about how can this happen, and as she was speaking in third person, regarding other people, but I said to her, how long have you been earning 6 figures? And she said, about 10 years. And I said, well, how long have you been on your job? She said, 27. I said, okay, good. So you've been earning 6 figures for the past 10 years. I said, tell me a little bit about, in your opinion, how much do you think you've earned in those 10 years? If we add up, multiply your salary times the number of years you've been working. She was blown away. she was blown away. And the thing that's always amazing to me is that it's easy to look out into the horizon and see financial tragedy and hardship and financial despair happen with other people and not look at ourselves and understand that although things may be good right now, we're tracking kind of in the same way. And so when she looked at me, she said, "Are you serious?" I'm like, math don't lie. You know, it's over $1 million. Over $1 million in the last 10 years. And the question was, well, how much of that do you have right now? And it wasn't a substantial amount. And so, you know, it shook her. And I was kind of amazed that it would shake her, that she would be so rocked by this revelation as if she wasn't living the life. I mean, when you bring home every year a six-figure salary and you're living in your life and don't realize the magnitude of the economy that you have control over, that to me is amazing. But on the other side of it, it's the reality. Because oftentimes when you're in a thing, you don't really recognize all the good or the bad of that thing when you're in it. And so my job is simply to try and help you see the facts as it relates to your money in real time. But more importantly, to help you understand that if you keep doing what you are currently doing and do not make any changes, you will be in a destitute state. And the thing that will put you in a destitute state is this. When you look back and you see that you've amassed a million, and in this client's case, in 27 years, probably closer to about $2.7 million is what she has earned over that period of time. Because think about it, you know, before she started making six figures, she was probably in the high five figures, right? So when you look back and you see that you have blown millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases, in other people's cases. When you look back, you see that it is one of the most disturbing. It tears your spirit up because you were not aware of it. You can't imagine that you've blown those kind of dollars, and you start thinking about all the things you could have done with that money. And it's late. It's too late. It's gone. So, you know, this is probably more like a follow-up to yesterday. Is your financial house in order? It's not too late. 90 days to financial freedom. What I guarantee, and so I said, how do I begin to grab people's attention to get them to take that next step through this broadcast? How do I do that? And so one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you that in 90 days, here's my guarantee, whether you make $25,000 a year or $250,000 a year, I can guarantee you, and I'm willing to bet on it, and I'm going to tell you what my bet is. I can guarantee you, whether you make $25,000 a year or $250,000, I don't care how many degrees you have, I don't care what your family's background was, I don't care. If you make $25,000 to $250,000, I guarantee you I can look in your budget and find that relative to the amount of money you're bringing home every month, a minimum of $300 to $1,500 per month that you're blowing. A lot of you saying, yeah, right. Well, there's a way to figure that out and to bring that to your attention, right? It's not too late. 90 days to financial freedom. So what I'm saying to you is that in 90 days, I can help you get your finances in order to where you can now begin to create wealth. You can be wealthy. You can have riches. You can live the life of your desires, right? 90 days is all it takes, right? And so what I'm saying to you is that in the first 90 days, not only will we have you in a stronger financial position, now with the plan to prepare for your retirement and to build wealth, right? Whatever your desires are, Now what we're going to do is we're going to put you in a position to where you will pay all of your bills in the last week of the month prior to your bills. So get this. You're going to basically be paying your bills anywhere from a week to 2 weeks before they're due. Right? So everybody get this. I want you to keep this snapshot in mind. It's not too late. We can make it happen. Right? It's not too late. We can make it happen. It's not too late. I don't care what your situation in this. It's not too late. That's right. I see you guys sharing with your friends. I appreciate that. Let me just see if there are any questions real quick. Who's out there? NT. Hey, how you doing, NT? Good to see you joining the show. Jamal, Muhammad, thank you for sharing. Hey, guys. OD, thank you so much. Fred, good to have you. Benita, good to be on the show. Larry White is watching. Wow, thanks, Larry. Joel, good to see you, my friend. Joyce McCrae. What's going on, homegirl? How you doing? Tony Moore. Tony, we're going to connect. You're going to be able to provide a valuable service to my clients, and hopefully they will see the value. Recall, thank you. Thank you. Spencer, good to have you. Hey, guys, 90 days to financial freedom. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to quit your job and walk away. What it means is that you're going to rewrite the script. You're going to create a roadmap, a blueprint, your financial GPS, and it's going to help you navigate through all of the challenges and obstacles that you deal with on a week-to-week basis that normally will consume your dollars. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. So, 90-day challenge. So here it is. It's a 90-day challenge, right? 90-day challenge, and this is, I'm going to put it out there. You guys need to share this with your friends. You need to make sure that everybody you know sees this information. Now, why is that important? Because the more people that you know who are taking a part of this challenge, guess what? They become your accountability partners. They become a part of a movement in your life. You've now created allies who help you move in a steady steady movement towards your goal with accountability. Why is that important? Because we all can find our ways getting off course every now and then, right? So the 90-day challenge, right? I'm going to take this out as well. 90-day challenge. 90-day challenge. And I want to write it big. Right? 90-day challenge. Here we go. Right? So, here's the 90-day challenge. If after 90 days, I don't find you, right? If I don't find for you right? If I don't find for you $300 to $1,500, that's right, $1,500 per month, my work will be free. I want to do that in another column, right? My work for you is free. Now, meaning I will reimburse all of your money. Here's the reason why that's important. Because most of you are operating just like the client who made over $1 million in the last 10 years. Now here's the deal. She's got 10 more years before she is of retirement age, right? So if she does with her $1 million earning in the next 10 years, what she's done with it in the last 10 or 27 years, how much money will she have to retire? Somebody write that out. Somebody shout it out for me. How much money will she have to retire if she does the same thing she did if she does the same thing she did with her money in the next 10 years, what she did in the last 10 to 20 years, how much money will she have? Let me check and see the answers. Let me check to see the answers. That's right. Surround yourself with like-minded people. You're absolutely right. Right? Well, how much money will she have for retirement? She will have very little. Very little. Let me tell you why. Because this thing is about creating new habits. This is a behavior change. We're talking about a mindset change. When we talk about changing your mind, when you change the way you look at a thing, the things you look at change, right? So when you change your mind and you change your thinking, those things that you shifted to in terms of what you now looking to or towards, that destination changes. And so if you think that you can think and operate the same way you previously did with your money and change your circumstances or condition, I'm here to tell you, sadly, I think Einstein said it best, right? If you do the same things expecting a different result, if you do the same things and expect to get, if you do the same things you've always done, right? And think that you're going to get a different result, that's insanity, right? You got to change the way you're doing it. So if you don't change those things, nothing will change. So guess what? Do you think that client was excited or was she sad? Well, at first, she was a little sad and disappointed, right? Now, let me tell you something. She's, all the things that say success, the cars, the right zip code, the clothes, very, very together young lady. But, hey, has thrown away a lot of money. Literally, she could have burned it. She could have given it to starving children in Africa. She could have flushed it down the toilet. She could have done a whole bunch of things with it. It all would equate to the exact same thing. Gone. Not to return. So what do? We're going to now we're going to recondition her thinking towards success in the future that she desires and deserves. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to put her on a path, right? So 90 days. So how do you do this? Inbox me and say, I want the blueprint. And I will send you out the download, the link to, and I'm going to do this for free, right? I will send it out to you and help you fill it out. Now, that's going to determine how we move forward. But you get to download, just inbox me and tell me that you are ready to change your life, right? It's not too late, right? 90-day challenge, okay? It's not too late. And so, inbox me and say, maybe I should make this a different color, right? Let's do blue. Inbox and say, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm ready. Go on Facebook, inbox me, I'm ready. If you don't have Facebook, you can text it. You can text, I'm ready to 301-250-1088. All right? I'm ready. Folks, let me share something with you. It's your future. And if you don't change the way you're operating in your future now, it's never too late. If you don't change it right now, then let me tell you something. It gets more and more difficult. And here's the crazy part about that. Time is running out. Every day we're getting a little older. And so here's the guy that's standing before you who eliminated $88,000 worth of debt in 2.5 years. And a year and a half later, I was cash flowing $12,000 a month. My net worth, I had holdings valued at just under $750,000. Now, the other part of that is that we fast forward 5 years, and let me see, fast forward 5 years, and I I get sick out of my mind. I was down for about 4.5 years and was not able to work. I was not able to work for 4.5 years. And because I had assets, because I had done the work, I was able to maintain. Now, I had to utilize those assets and in some cases work strategically, which, to draw on those assets in a way that allowed me to sustain and continue on. And eventually I ended up, I ran out. I ended up losing those assets as well because I was sick. I couldn't maintain them. But thank God I had them. Thank God I had them for 4.5 years. So what I'm saying to you is, and this is what I was talking to with one of my partners. I was saying, she was saying, Larry, everybody is not going to go out and do like you did and buy properties and be aggressive in a year and a half. And I said, you know what? You're right. That's the reason why I'm the everyday wealth guy. I'm the everyday wealth guy because you can do this without going out and buying properties and selling real estate and renting, as I say, be in the business of toilets and tenants. Let me tell you something. The business of tenants and toilets is a tough business. It is lucrative. It is very lucrative. I will not dispute it at all. Is it some work? Yes. But there are ways to mitigate or minimize the work that you have to do by using companies that specialize in doing these things. I won't get into that. But let me just see what's going on here. Hold on for a second, folks. Hold on. Okay, so yes, it can be a challenge. You got to figure out. So here's the way we do it. If you're the everyday wealth guy is going to show you how to take those salaries and to make that happen for yourself, regardless of whether you do real estate or what the conditions are. What you will do. I think I'm having some technical difficulties here. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. My connection is weak. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me 1 second here. How about that? Is that better? Okay, y'all hear me. Now hopefully you can see me. Did I get it back? All right, I think I did. Good. All right. So here's the thing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a forensic. We're going to scrub your budget. We're going to look at and make sure and see exactly where everything is going. Here's what happens 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times, folks get to this point and they never ever realize how much money they've been blowing. They never realize how much money they've been blowing. And so that's the part that amazes them. But it also begins to help them believe in the process. See, once you believe in the process, it now becomes yours. They say knowledge is power, and I don't necessarily agree with that. While knowledge is powerful, it's only power when it empowers you when you use it. When you apply knowledge, now what happens is you put yourself in a position to reap the benefits of that which you know. When you know it and you do nothing with it, it's as if You don't know it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to work strategically, right? I'm going to work with, how many people am I going to work with during this period? The first, I work with 20 people. The first 20 people, right? The first 20 people, because I can't make this offer to everybody, right? First 20 people, right? Here we go. First 20 people, inbox me. Everyday Wealth Systems, we're going to get you on track. We're going to look at what your spending is. We're going to do an analysis of it. We're going to help you understand. We're going to be able to pinpoint with accuracy exactly where your money's going out of your budget. Look, I could talk to you forever. I've reached my time. I know I've only been about 20 minutes in the broadcast because I was building an audience. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end here, and I want to say this to you. If you have predictable income, do not let yourself get to 60, 65 years of age and realize, because all you got to do is do the math now. It may be painful. It may be painful to look at the reality of this situation. But let me tell you something. The pain now is better than what you experience later. Because the pain later when you're 60, 65 years of age and do not want to wake up in the morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, fight the traffic, go through all that, hour, 45-minute, hour commute, go to a place where even if you love it, your body might not like the fact that you're doing it. You may not have the energy or the desire at that point in time, even with the knowledge and the assistance. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late to make it be proactive in your financial future. Do not, please folks, share this with folks before we close this down. Share it with everyone you know. We were talking about that. What is it about that share button that's so difficult to get people to push? I challenge you, push the share button. Push the share button. Push the share button. You never know whose life you could be affecting by sharing this information with them. And when you and do me a favor. I had someone call me up the other day and said, I like your videos, I only saw part of it. And I said, listen, do yourself a service. Go back and look at all 20 or 30 of them. At this point, there are 32 videos that have been recorded that has some powerful information on them. Hey guys, thank you for sharing the video, Jamal. OD, I appreciate you, man, for showing up, and sharing the videos and liking and making comments. Jamal, the same conversation. Denise, thank you for the support. Guys, I appreciate you sharing this message, but listen to me. The problem is that we do not want to look at the reality of where we are because it doesn't feel good. And if it doesn't feel good now, right? If it doesn't feel good now, what do you think it'll feel like later? Take it from me. I was $88,000 in debt. I knew it felt bad when I put that mess on paper and I saw how bad it really was. Thanks for the love, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh, wow. That's so awesome to see the love go across the screen. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your support. Let me share something with you. When you recognize how much money and how bad your situation is right now, when you put it on paper and you realize and you have someone who can coach you and walk you through how to make it different, how to make it better, let me share something with you. That's one of the most liberating feelings. One of the things that I get from my clients all the time that is so awesome is how they call me up and they say, I don't know if this is normal or not, but I feel like I can't wait until the next day, or I can't wait until Friday when I get paid, or the first of the month. And you know what? I said, hallelujah, thank you. Let me tell you why. Because that means you are all in. When you can't wait for your checks to come so you can write out those bills, folks, let me tell you something. You're all in, because at that point, you are committed to taking every resource you had, to taking the shackles off your hands and your feet. To taking the shackles off your hands and your feet. Take those shackles off. Get your life back. Let me tell you, what you're doing is you're living in volunteer slavery. And we're going to do a whole skit on that. You're living and walking every day in voluntary slavery. Here's why. Here's the part that allows you to walk in this slavery and not truly understand how it's hindering your life. Because you're free. You can move. You can go where you want. You can do the things that you want to do. And so you think you're free. When really all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure, bondage, despair, darkness. And I hate to sound like the Grim Reaper. Darkness. It is not a good thing. It's not a good feeling to have when you get to a place you've worked all your life. Folks, do the math right now. Look at how much money you've made in the last 10 years. Add your salary up. Add it up. You will be amazed, just like that client was, who added up $100,000 plus a year's salary for 10 years. That's real money. That's real money. Some of you are playing the lottery hoping to win the money that you already are earning and in control of. Some of you are going out and spending $10, $20 a month or maybe more. I had one client that was spending $20, $30 a week on the lottery, on a dream, on a wish, on a chance. When you got money coming in your hand, guaranteed, as long as you go to work, it's guaranteed in your bank account. Now, is it better for you to invest in knowledge and education in yourself to learn how to manage these resources, or to go out and make these state lotteries filthy rich, who half of them don't do what they said the lottery was even set up to do? Folks, hear what I'm saying. If what you want to do with your life is to give more, then allow yourself to be a good steward of what you're bringing in. If you want to go out and build an empire, then connect with me and let me help you put those funds together so that you can build that empire that you desire. If you want to leave a legacy for your children and your children's children, that's right, you have that kind of control, then connect with me and let me help you put your budget together, put your finances in order, set up some strategic accounts and investments that will pay year after year after year. In other words, come on over to Everyday Wealth Systems. Let us help you put together a plan to take that predictable income that you have every 2 weeks, every month, whatever the case may be, and put it to work. Put it to good use for your benefit, as opposed to just throwing it away. And I will promise you that not only will you be able to live the life that you've been living in your current behavior, you'll be able to live a whole different kind of life that you never imagined, and you still got money in the bank, and you still got money in your investments, and you still got a future that you prepared and planned for. Folks, it's nothing magical about it or mysterious. It's creating a plan and following it. And that's what I want to help you do. Folks, they say when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Simply by not doing anything, you're doing more destruction and more harm to your future and the legacy of your family, your children, than you ever imagined, right? And so the idea here is really I want to teach you how to fish. You know, we can give you a fish and you can eat for that day. We can teach you how to fish, and you can go and dip your line in the water and get a fish anytime you want, metaphorically speaking. So, you know, you can buy the things that you want to buy today. But how about if we teach you how to use your money in a way where you can spend that money in a way where you spend it on something that buys you over and over and over all the things that you want and desire, and never take anything from the money that you are going out, your principal money. There are ways to do it, and that's how the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Rich folks do everything that they can with the dollars they have available to buy assets that will pay them back and to make their money grow. Poor people, on the other hand, go out and buy and spend their money. They do everything they can do to look like they're rich, in clothes and cars and the right zip code and all those things, and they never replenish that money. They kill the money. They kill the money. And so if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and doing the things that don't yield for you the kind of life you want, I take the 90-day challenge. It's a 90-day challenge. You can inbox me and say you're ready, right? You say I'm ready. Or you can text I'm ready to this number, and I will begin to work with the first 20 people. First 20 people, I will work with you to help you put together the plan to change your life. Folks, it's been it's always a pleasure to come before you. I couldn't wait to share these stories. Hopefully they've made a little impact in how you see yourself and where you don't want to be. And to that extent, I'm going to say good night. God bless you. And let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. I may do one. I'm not sure. But you'll see the invite either way. Thank you and God bless. Peace.